And now we will be honored to have Mr. Eddie Campbell, President of UNB, to come say a few words of his own.
Well, thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. It is indeed a pleasure to be here. I would like to take a few minutes to remember this young student, Marwan, who has been severely injured and is still in hospital today. I believe he's in St. John. We all wish all the best for him. I thank you very much for your kind invitation to say a few words of welcome this evening to the UNB Saudi Student Association. I want to say, first of all, how full of admiration I am for you. It is a difficult decision to leave your home, to come a far distance, not quite to the other side of the world, but most of the way to the other side of the world to study among people who are quite different. You're very welcome here. I admire your courage, your get up and go, your sense of energy, and your entrepreneurialism. I also want to thank you for choosing the University of New Brunswick as the place at which you wish to undertake your advanced studies. I couldn't help but notice that the mission of the Saudi Student Association is to promote friendship and understanding within the Saudi community and to strengthen the bonds with other national and international groups within the University of New Brunswick. As president of the university, I applaud you for reaching out to share your culture and to strengthen your ties with the entire UNB community. Your efforts are a credit to our university, to our province, and to yourselves. Today you are UNB students, but soon enough you will graduate, and then you will join the family of UNB alumni and part of a network that extends throughout Canada and all the way around the world. That is what it means to be proudly UNB, and I hope that as you represent your own nation here during your studies, when you graduate, you will represent the University of New Brunswick extremely well, wherever your future takes you. I did also want to mention that we are engaged in a strategic planning exercise here at the University of New Brunswick over the coming months. The first instance of which will take place this coming Friday and Saturday in St. John, followed by the December 4th and 5th here in Fredericton. Student voices are particularly important in that exercise. We really do want to hear from you. We particularly want to hear from our international students. I hope you'll take advantage of the opportunity to become involved in that exercise, and so that your voice is heard in our efforts to build a good plan. I should also tell you that I hope to be part of a Canadian delegation of university presidents traveling to Saudi Arabia to get to know a little bit more about that country and its hopes and aspirations, the needs of its students early in the new year. In fact, I think the trip is planned for something like the third week of January, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a great evening. I'm sorry that I do have a prior commitment this evening, and I will have to leave in about 20 minutes or so, but thank you very much for this invitation. I'm very grateful. Thanks a lot.
Our brother Haytham Al-Mahazza has prepared a video clip for us about the history of Arabia and the life of the Prophet Muhammad.
جدايل وانت خاتم القذلة الحلة تبي مني عروس إلا القصيدة زريت لغويها ويوم اني لقيت لها الخلود وجيت بصل تنحرك الكلام اللي فهق هدوم مغليها خضع لك راسه مسموق القصايد وانحنى كله وانا بك شاعر الدنيا ومشغلها وماليها يذكرني رحيلك مجلس باق على حله مدهي للرجال اللي تنومسنا مواطيها هنا سليت سيف يوفي الثرين من سله هنا علقت رمح يطعن الجوزة هنا كان الرجال جبال ما تقبل خنا الزله عمايمها سحاب وابله باقي مواضيها رجال لو تشوف الماء غدر ما شربته لله نبت عشب الرضا يا سيدي بول مغازيها هل التوحيد وكنوز العلوم ونصرة الملة رجال يضحك التاريخ لولها وتاليها هنا ماضيك ورياض الخليل اللي رعى خل شربنا عذبها ما ادري لعبنا في مغانيها هنا تخنقني العبره وانا اكتب يا رسول الله على قبرك نسيت الناس حاقدها.
Arabia was the birthplace of the Islamic religion. The Arabic language was the tongue of the angels. Since God chose to reveal himself through that vehicle to Muhammad, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, Arabia would become the center of the Islamic world and the source of renewal and inspiration for the faithful believers throughout an emerging Islamic empire. Arabia before the birth of Muhammad had been a culturally isolated and economically underdeveloped region. The Bedouins who inhabited Arabia lived according to ancient tribal patterns. At the head of the tribe was the elder or sheikh, elected and advised by the heads of the relative families comprising the tribe. Driven from place to place in their search for pastures to sustain their flocks, the Bedouins led a precarious existence. Aside from maintaining their herds, some relied on plunder from raids on settlements, on passing caravans, and on one another. The Bedouins of the 7th century lacked a unifying religious system. Most looked at life as a brief time within which to take full advantage of daily pleasure. Ideas of an afterlife were not well defined or described. The Bedouins worshipped a large number of gods and spirits, many of whom were believed to inhabit trees, wells, and stones. Each tribe had its own god, generally symbolized by sacred stones, which served as altars where communal sacrifices were offered. Women among Bedouins were treated as chattels and objects. They would be inherited like goods and chattels and could be left suspended, being neither married nor divorced. A woman would have to wait for a year after her husband's death, neither washing nor going out of the house, until birds and animals would die from her foul smell. Women were not allowed to inherit, let alone the fact that they could be buried alive, and many other things. Simply described by one of the Prophet's companions to Negus Ashama, king of Ethiopia, O king, we were people in a state of ignorance and immorality, worshipping idols and eating the flesh of dead animals, committing all sorts of abomination and shameful deeds, breaking the ties of kinship, treating guests badly, and the strong among us exploited the weak, until God sent us a prophet.